I'm back with another Front Row Talk podcast, the podcast with expensive opinions. Before I get started, make sure you subscribe, you like, you comment, and you share this video. Make sure you tune into the description down below where I have the link for my Instagram and my TikTok. This is episode 92, uh, last episode of 2023. Next week, a week from today, next Thursday, same thing. It'll be 2024. Before I get started, Happy New Year's for everybody watching this. Even though this will be uploaded before the New Year's, but you guys could be seeing this a week from now, probably New Year's Day, whatever the case may be. Happy New Year's to you, your family, your friends. I hope that God blesses you with you know anything your heart desires for this New Year's. And yeah, I hope it's a good year for everybody. I hope God willing I come up here with way more episodes next year, different topics, switch it up a little bit with the background, whatever the case may be. I just hope the new year is good to you, to me, to everybody. And yeah, but let's get started. Before I get started though, make sure you tune into last week's episode 91, where I gave my week 16 prediction of the NFL. As you can see, it's nothing new. Given my week 17 predictions, the only thing that's new is another new week of football, different matchups, different takes, different winners, different losers. I'm definitely excited because we're a week closer to the playoffs. This NFL season flew by. Like it feels so it feels so weird because I not only predict but I watch the games and it feels like time is flying because I'm over here talking about like every week and it feels like it's just like 2 or 3 days in between, but in reality it's a whole week in between. But I'm gonna give my week 17 predictions. Week 17 out of 18. After this week we only have one more week. And yeah, before I start, week 16 was a crazy week, but I'm going to talk about that as I give my predictions for week 17. So today, in about an hour or so, you got the Jets and the Browns. Straightforward, I hope the Browns win. Joe Flacco been doing his thing. Cooper caught it was ridiculous last game. Like, he had 200 and something yards. And, Joe Flacco is a former Raven, so him doing good, it's a good thing. Seeing him do good. Of course, if he runs into us, I'm going to have to go against him. But, he's doing his thing. I got the Browns over the Jets. Now, moving on, Lions and Cowboys. This is low-key a great game. A great game because Cowboys have been losing recently. I think they probably won their last game, but they've lost a couple of games this year that we all expected them to win. So the Lions is definitely a good matchup. Lions is not a team you want to sleep on. Goff could go off any second. I think I want to be different. I want to spice it up a little bit and go for the Lions. I'm gonna just go for the Lions. I don't got nothing to lose. If the Lions lose, whatever, so be it. But I low-key want the Lions to win. Now moving on to not because I hate the Cowboys or whatever. I don't care for the Cowboys. I just feel like Lions is gonna, they know they're the underdog. So I feel like they gonna make an extra push and beat the Cowboys. Then you got Titans and Texans. Let me see their records. Titans is 5-10. Texans is 8-7. I don't think the Titans can make the playoffs anymore, so I'll go for the Texans. Hopefully the Texans could win that game and be 9-7. Then moving on, you got Falcons and Bears. I'll go for the Bears. Now you got the Ravens versus the Dolphins. Now before I get into that, I want to talk about the Ravens and 49ers game last week. So, last week, episode 91, week 16, my last prediction was the Ravens and 49ers game. And to not make it, long story short, if you see what I said I wish it was a good game, that I wish it wasn't a blowout. I wish that it was competitive. But that game was, first of all, for those who didn't watch it, go watch the highlights. But when I was watching it and I seen that that Lamar caught that safety because he tripped on the ref, I was a bit like, damn, it's gonna be one of those games, where flags are like thrown left and right. We get hit with BS or whatever. But that happened, and then I didn't really let it get to me because it was still like 3 whole quarters. I don't know that the Ravens defense was gonna show up like each and every other week. So as the game just went on, Purdy threw a pick at the end zone, um, and then it just another pick and another pick. Now two of those picks wasn't really his fault. It's just our defense was reading everything how they were supposed to. It got deflected, and then we just caught it. But I didn't expect us to win by how much we won. If I'm not mistaken, we won by like a touchdown and a half. I think it was like 33-17, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. I'll tell you right now. But I mean, I'm super duper hyped that we had 33-19. I was close. Super duper hyped because we proved a lot of people wrong. People give us respect, but they don't give us enough respect. So I felt like, we kind of earned a bit more respect. We beat a lot of people's Super Bowl winner, like I said, Super Bowl team, whatever you want to call it. Lamar did his thing. That game really put him in #1 for MVP talks. And at this point, I just want him to get it. He's playing super duper different. He only really ran one time that game for 20 plus yards. Like, it was like he really stood in the pocket. That game showed me that, his pocket presence this year is really, at his best. And like I said, shout out to that Raven defense. That defense is like outstanding, ridiculous. Like, I don't even know what word to put to it. Definitely the best defense in in the NFL, and we're one of the best quarterbacks. And yeah, I mean, like I said, I feel like the Ravens is gonna go really, really, really far. Now, Dolphins versus Ravens on Sunday. I gotta go for the Ravens. I think we're gonna win. Why? I mean, I feel like the best offense there is in the league is the Dolphins, of course. I mean, they got Tyreek, they got Waddle. Tua just be throwing like dots, bullets, whatever you want to call it, and like Tyreek just catch it. And I mean, if he got a foot or two ahead, yeah, you're not catching him. Is what I'm trying to say. Like, Tyreek definitely was in MVP talks for some part of the season. That's just how good he's been this season. But I got the Ravens. I feel like we're gonna beat them because, like I said, our defense. I don't think we're gonna put a complete stop to them. If we do, that'll be super duper like crazy because I still feel like their offense will generate some points or whatever. But I feel like we're gonna contain them. I think that we'll beat them because of our defense. We'll probably Tua might throw a pick or two. I mean, hey, I'm just throwing. Let's see how that ages. But I got us winning overall. Lamar gonna do his thing, and yeah, I mean, if their defense was up there with ours like that, I would have felt 50-50 how I felt about the 49ers game. But I'm sure we're gonna beat the Dolphins. I low key would be mad if we lose to the Dolphins, because then it hurts Lamar's MVP case, and then our record. I don't know if we even secured the #1 seed yet, but yeah, I got us over the Dolphins. Now moving on, Saints and Bucks. I'm gonna go with the Bucks. You got Bills and Patriots. I got the Bills winning. Patriots been out of contention. I think there was like the first or second team to be out. Bills flipped the switch about 3 weeks ago. I forgot what game was that, but they did their thing. I think it was the Bills game, if I'm not mistaken, when they beat the Bills. Then you got Cardinals and Eagles. I got the Eagles. Eagles almost lost to the Giants last week, but they didn't. I think the final score was 33-25. But I had Eagles winning last week as well. Then you got the Jaguars and Panthers. I'm gonna go with the Jaguars, just because it's like Panthers can't really make a push anymore. I'm just trying to see the teams that could make it, for them to win, so we could get a good playoffs. Then you got Raiders and Colts. Raiders pulled like the biggest upset last week. And it got me mad because I had Chiefs money line for FanDuel, and Chiefs lost, so it really affected my bet. But I got the I don't know if I want to. Let me see. The Raiders are 7-8. The Colts is 8-7. I got the Raiders. I think I got the Raiders winning. I think the Raiders will beat the Colts. Then you got the Rams and Giants. I'm going to go for the Rams. You got 49ers, Commanders. I got 49ers, Steelers, and Seahawks. That's a great game. They're both 8-7. That's tough. And Steelers defense, Watt is a menace. Like, he's really good at that, at his position. I'm gonna go for the Seahawks. I think the Seahawks will beat the Steelers. Then you got the Bengals and Chiefs. Like I said, Chiefs lost to the Raiders last week. It really got me mad. I got the Chiefs beating the Bengals, though. I don't think they will lose to the Raiders. Then a backup QB and the Bengals. Even though the Bengals still got their weapons, still got a good coach, whatever. I just don't think Patrick Mahomes is gonna lose like a second week, back to back. And it ain't high standards because he is like the golden boy or whatever you want to call it at the NFL. So it's like, I think that he shouldn't lose to the Bengals. I think he won't lose to the Bengals. If he does, that'll be crazy because if the Chiefs lose this game and next game, and then the Raiders win against the Colts and the game after that, I think there's a chance that the Chiefs may not even make the playoffs. But I don't even want to go there because I know it's not going to get there. So I got the Chiefs over the Bengals. Then you got Chargers and Broncos. I'm going to go for the Chargers. I got the Chargers winning. Then you got the Packers and Vikings. They're both 7-8. That's interesting. I'm gonna go for the Vikings though. I got the Vikings beating the Packers. And that's really it for this week. I mean, those were my predictions. I just it's gonna be crazy because football, anything can happen. I'm definitely gonna tune into that game on Saturday. Lions versus Cowboys. I feel like that would be a good game. I'm definitely tuning into the Dolphins and the Ravens game. I might tune into the Bengals and Chiefs game. What else? Yeah, I think those are the only 3 games that's really catching my attention. Even though every game matters, every single game matters, cause standings is tight, records. One loss could determine the whole season for you. But yeah, I mean that was my week 17 out of 18 predictions. Make sure you here for next week, week 18. Last week of the NFL regular season. After that, I will keep going with the predictions for sure. Because the most important part is coming to playoffs, and then after the playoff, also for the Super Bowl. And yeah, I mean, it's been a good NFL season so far, especially for me, since I'm a Ravens fan. It's been probably the best season that I've seen in a couple of seasons. For me. But entertainment-wise, I mean, probably say 2 years ago, a year ago. But as a Ravens fan, you know what I'm trying to say. And yeah, I mean, that's it for the predictions. Make sure you tune in to the NFL because it's really entertaining. What else was I going to say? Oh, once again, Happy New Year's to you and your family. Yeah, that's really it. Make sure you subscribe, you like, you comment, you share this video. Check the description down below where I have my link to my Instagram and my TikTok. And it's episode 92 and your boy ssalcita is out.